Top 5 Morning Habits to Boost Blood Flow and Protect Circulation Naturally. Advice for elderly. What if I told you that 5 simple things you do, or don't do, in the first hour of your morning could be the difference between feeling energized all day or struggling with cold hands, tired legs, and that foggy feeling that never seems to lift? Something as simple as how you get out of bed, what you drink first, or even how you breathe could be silently damaging your circulation, the very lifeline that carries oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a cardiovascular health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, and I've seen how these 5 morning mistakes can slowly steal your energy, your strength, and your joy. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 most dangerous morning habits that are secretly sabotaging your circulation, and show you exactly how to fix them. These mistakes are happening right now in homes across America. But they're completely reversible. Let's begin. Establish expertise. I've spent the last 3 decades helping older men across America restore their cardiovascular health, energy, and vitality. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that poor circulation isn't just about aging. The problem is what we've never been taught about: how our morning routines affect our blood flow, our energy levels, and our overall health after 60. What felt normal at 25 might be slowly damaging your circulatory system at 65. Your morning sets the tone for your entire cardiovascular system for the next 24 hours. So let's walk through the truth, one habit at a time. Mistake 1. The jarring wake-up present. This first mistake is something I see in almost every consultation with men over 60. It seems completely normal, even necessary, but it's actually shocking your cardiovascular system awake in the most damaging way possible. I'm talking about jumping out of bed the moment your alarm goes off. Most men have been doing this for decades. Military training, work schedules, life demands. We've been conditioned to think that springing into action shows discipline and strength. But here's what I've discovered. This jarring transition from sleep to standing is like flooring the gas pedal on a cold car engine. Let me explain through a story that will probably sound familiar. Patient story. Let me tell you about Frank, 67. He sat across from me in my office and said, "Doc, every morning I feel like I'm starting the day already behind." Frank had been experiencing what he called morning sluggishness for years. He told me about his symptoms: dizziness when he first stood up, cold hands and feet that took hours to warm up, a general feeling of being off. "For the first few hours of each day, I thought it was just age," he said. "But my neighbor Tom is 70, and he seems to bounce out of bed like he's 40. My wife says I look pale every morning. And honestly, Doc, I dread that alarm clock." As he spoke, I could see the frustration in his eyes, the confusion, the quiet concern that so many men feel but rarely voice. This is when I asked him about his morning routine. "Walk me through the first 5 minutes after your alarm goes off," I said. His face showed recognition. "I jump up immediately. I have to, otherwise I'll hit snooze 5 times. That's when I knew we'd found the root of his problem. Medical explanation. Here's what was happening in Frank's body. During sleep, your blood pressure naturally drops by 10-20%. Your heart rate slows down, your blood vessels relax. This is called nocturnal dipping, and it's essential for cardiovascular recovery. Think of it like this: your circulatory system is like a river that's been flowing gently all night. When you suddenly jump up, it's like turning that gentle river into rapids without warning. When you go from horizontal to vertical instantly, your body responds with what's called orthostatic stress. Your blood pools in your legs due to gravity, your brain suddenly receives less oxygen, your heart has to work overtime to pump blood upward, your blood vessels constrict rapidly to compensate. The result: your cardiovascular system starts the day in emergency mode instead of gradually warming up. But here's the thing most men don't realize. This daily shock is cumulative. Every morning, you're essentially training your heart and blood vessels to expect crisis. Your body isn't broken. It's just responding to a pattern you've unknowingly created. And once you understand this, everything changes. The turning point. I explained all of this to Frank. At first, he was skeptical. "Doc, you're telling me that getting up quickly is bad for me? I've been doing it for 50 years. Not bad," I corrected. "Stressful for your circulation, and the beautiful thing is, your cardiovascular system wants to work smoothly." Here's what we changed: the 3-minute morning circulation protocol. When your alarm goes off, stay lying down for 30 seconds. Slowly move your feet and ankles in circles. While still horizontal, gradually sit up on the edge of the bed for 1 minute. Stand up slowly, taking a deep breath as you rise. I told him, give it 2 weeks. Your body will start talking to you differently. Frank was willing to try anything at that point. Recovery and results 2 weeks later. Frank called me. "Doc," he said, "I can't believe something so simple made such a difference." Within the first month, his morning dizziness completely disappeared. His hands and feet stayed warm throughout the day. He felt alert and energized from the moment he stood up. But the change that moved me most was when he said, "I actually look forward to getting up now. My wife says I have color in my face again." 6 months later, his wife sent me a thank you note. She wrote, "Frank is like a different person in the mornings. He's calm, present, and actually smiles before his coffee." This isn't just about changing how you get up. It's about starting each day with respect for your cardiovascular system. Emotional close. Your circulation isn't failing you. It's just asking to be treated with care. And once you do, your mornings begin to feel different, sometimes within just a few days. But this is just the first mistake. The second one, it's happening in your kitchen right now, and it's turning your blood into thick syrup every single morning. Mistake 2, the dehydration trap. This second mistake is so common that most men don't even realize they're doing it. I'm talking about reaching for coffee before water. It seems logical, even necessary, but it's actually thickening your blood and forcing your heart to work harder from the very first sip. After 6-8 hours without fluids, your blood is already concentrated. Adding caffeine is like trying to pump honey through your veins. Patient story. Let me tell you about Robert, 63. He came to me after his doctor found elevated blood pressure during a routine checkup. "Doc," he said, "I don't understand it. I exercise, I eat pretty well, but my blood pressure keeps creeping up." Robert described his morning routine: eyes open, feet hit the floor, straight to the coffee pot, 2 cups of strong coffee before leaving the house, feeling wired but tired. "By 10 a.m., I need that coffee," he insisted. "Without it, I can't function." As he spoke, I noticed his hands were slightly shaky, not from nervousness, but from chronic dehydration masked by caffeine. When I asked him about water intake, he paused. "I guess I don't really think about water until I'm thirsty." That's when I knew we'd found his circulation saboteur. Medical explanation: here's what was happening in Robert's body. During sleep, you lose about 16 ounces of water through breathing and sweating. By morning, your blood volume has decreased by about 6-8%. Think of it like this: your blood is like a river that's been evaporating all night. When you add caffeine instead of water, you're trying to make that shallow river move faster instead of giving it more water to flow. When you drink coffee first thing, caffeine causes vasoconstriction. Blood vessels narrow. Your already thick blood becomes harder to pump. Your heart rate increases while blood flow decreases. Your kidneys work overtime to process caffeine instead of hydrating you. The result: your cardiovascular system starts the day fighting an uphill battle against dehydration and stimulation. But here's what most men don't realize: this creates a cycle. The more dehydrated you become, the more tired you feel, the more coffee you need. Your circulation isn't slow because you're old. It's struggling because it's literally running on empty. The turning point, I explained all of this to Robert. His response was immediate. But Doc, I'll never wake up without coffee. You don't have to give up coffee, I said. You just need to prepare your circulation for it. Here's what we changed. The circulation hydration protocol. Keep a glass of water by your bedside. Drink 8-12 ounces of room temperature water immediately upon waking. Wait 20 minutes before your first coffee. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water for electrolyte balance, I told him. Think of it as priming your circulation pump. Give it 2 weeks. Robert was skeptical but desperate enough to try. Recovery and results 10 days later. Robert texted me a photo of his blood pressure reading. 118/76. Doc, he said when I called him, I can't believe water made this much difference. Within the first month, his blood pressure dropped to normal range. His morning energy was steady instead of jittery. He actually needed less coffee to feel alert. But the change that surprised him most was, I feel calm in the mornings now. My wife says I'm not rushing around like a crazy person anymore. 3 months later, his cardiologist was amazed. Whatever you're doing, the doctor said, keep doing it. This isn't just about hydration. It's about giving your circulation the foundation it needs to serve you well. Emotional close. Your blood isn't thick because you're aging. It's concentrated because it's asking for the most basic thing it needs, water. And once you listen, your entire cardiovascular system begins to flow more smoothly. But this leads us to the third mistake, and this one is literally stealing oxygen from your brain every morning. Midway re-engagement. If this message resonates so far, leave a 1 in the comments so I know this information is helping you. And don't forget to subscribe for more health insights designed specifically for men over 60. Let's keep going, because the next mistake is happening in your bathroom mirror, and it's quietly suffocating your circulation from the inside out. Mistake 3. The shallow breath sabotage present. This third mistake is so automatic that most men have no idea they're doing it. I'm talking about shallow chest only breathing throughout your morning routine. It seems completely normal. After all, you're breathing, right? But this type of breathing is actually starving your circulation of the oxygen it needs to function properly. Shallow breathing is like trying to fuel a fire with just enough air